Hello everyone, and welcome back to my series, Web Development in 2070. In case you missed the last episode, here's a quick recap. I'll show you how to use AI, large language model overlords, harnessing AI, bioengineered Happy Meal, bow down to our AI overlords, mass-producible slop, my next AI girlfriend. If you don't know by now, in this series we utilize futuristic technologies in order to make websites in the laziest way possible. Last time we used ChatGPT to come up with the website idea, v0.dev to create the front end for the website, Next.js to develop the website, and Vercel to deploy the website. In this episode we're going to take this one step further and venture to where no front-end developer has ventured before, the database. We'll be using my favorite open source backend as a service platform, Supabase. Step 1, of course, is coming up with an idea for the website. My most recent episode of Existential Dread has led me to an idea called the void. Here's how it works. Send a message to the void. Post anything you want, your hopes, your dreams, your memes, anything. There are no profiles, no followers, and no algorithm. Your message will be stored in the database where other users can receive messages from the void. You can receive random messages from other void users, words of wisdom, nonsense, or something in between. It's a roulette of humanity, that is. Completely anonymous. No usernames, no tracking, no way to tell who or what created the message. It's just you and the void. With all that in mind, I think we are ready to create this website. And by we, I mean AI. For those of you that saw the first episode, you already know we're going straight to v0 to build the front end. Because if you're still building your own front end in 2070, you may as well still be driving your own car. We'll just give v0 the concept and sit back while it churns out those shadcn components. Now, we're ready to make the database. But Larry, I hear you say, don't I need knowledge of schemas, SQL queries, and database architecture to set up a database? No. Allow me to introduce Supabase. Supabase is an open-source backend as a service platform designed to simplify the development of web and mobile applications. It provides developers with a suite of tools and services to build and scale applications quickly without managing the backend infrastructure manually. Key features include a Postgres database, authentication, REST API, and a bunch of other crap that we don't care about. To get started, just log into Supabase and click New Project. Enter the database name and password and select your region. Now that we've created our Supabase project, it's time to bring it to life. In the old days, you'd fire up your command line, configure your Postgres database, and write migration scripts. But why do any of that when Supabase exists? We'll just use Supabase's AI assistant to... What? Your database doesn't have an AI assistant? Oh. We'll use Supabase's AI assistant to generate our table with the columns we need to store the void's messages. But this isn't much of a database without the data. The next step in this billion-dollar idea is to pretend that the void has actual users by putting fake messages in the table. But why would I sit here manually entering database entries when I could be sitting here consuming several forms of content at once? Let's outsource this chore to AI. We can use Supabase's AI assistant to generate all the fake data we need. Once it's generated this fake data, we'll run the generated SQL query to insert the data. Now it's time to link the front end and the back end. Now I don't know about you, but I don't have time to read through easily accessible documentation to figure out how to use a very intuitive API and integrate that with my codebase. So I'll just ask v0 to integrate Supabase into my void project. As you can see, v0 is utilizing the Supabase API all by itself, only leaving me to insert my project URL and API key, which I'm just going to hard code because it's okay to hard code your API keys in 2070, trust me. With the database now set up and integrated into the application, it's time to deploy this slop. As per usual, we'll be using the Illuminati's favorite hosting platform, Vercel. Last time we had to copy the V0 code into a Next.js project and connect the project to a GitHub repository before deploying to Vercel. But this time I will simply click the deploy button at the top of the page, which will do this entire process for us. So, in just a few steps, we've gone from knowing nothing about back-end engineering to designing, creating, and populating a database that interfaces with our front end. We literally created a full-stack web app without writing a single line of code. This truly showcases the bare minimum effort that it takes to create a website in 2070. I mean, can you even imagine what you would create if this technology was available today?